Where are the best places to live in Vancouver, Washington? These are my top 7 neighborhoods in Vancouver. Hey, welcome to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. If you want to be the first to know about all things living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington, feel free to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and today we're talking about the top 7 neighborhoods in Vancouver, Washington. Now, of course, there's no definitive way to rank the neighborhoods in Vancouver. This is really my opinion. However, it takes into account the people that I've worked with over time and the general sentiment that I see from people. And they're not in any particular order, but I hope you enjoy this and it gives you some insight as to good places to live in Vancouver, Washington. The first neighborhood I have on my list is Ashley Heights. Ashley Heights is located in the Philida, Salmon Creek area, and this is a really well-liked, well-known neighborhood in Vancouver. It's very well established. The homes were built in the 90s mostly. The homes are huge, 3,000 to 6,000 square feet. I mean, they're massive. A lot of them have a lot of bedrooms, 4+ bedrooms, 5+ bedrooms. So they're very family oriented, although anyone can live there, of course. There is a beautiful park in the neighborhood as well, which is nice for walking. The lots are huge because that is a time back when they gave you big lots. So we're looking at 1/4 to 1/3 acre lots on the big side. Today, the prices in there are starting around the mid-800s, and I'm filming this in early 2022. The highest sale to ever record in the neighborhood was for just under 1.7 million. That was a beautiful house, about 6,000 square feet. It was actually backing to Salmon Creek. So Salmon Creek area, if you don't know, is named after a creek called Salmon Creek. And this house that sold was looking out onto the creek, which is just such a beautiful private view to have. Number 2 on my favorite Vancouver neighborhoods list is Philida Overlook. Now, Philida Overlook is, of course, in the Philida area of Vancouver. And fun fact, if you didn't know this about Philida, Philida was a farm not that long ago. It was called Erickson Family Farms. That was less than 20 years ago. Since then, it's been developed, and so there's a lot of new houses there. It's a very up-and-coming area, and it's a prime choice for families. They like the schools there. And Philida Overlook was the 2021 Parade of Homes neighborhood. If you're not aware of what Parade of Homes is, it's put on by the Building Industry Association of Clark County. So all the builders, realtors, home stagers, interior designers, anyone that's housing related, they get together, they build beautiful luxury custom homes, and then they open it up to the public. They build like a little bit less than a dozen usually. They open it up to the public and everyone can come through and tour the homes. So it's a great way to see what builders are up to, what stagers are up to, what the new trends are in housing. And this was beautiful to see in person. These homes have really cool features to them, and they are absolutely huge. They're modern, they're gorgeous. Philida Overlook, part of it is gated. And of course, those homes just sold this past summer, so they haven't been up for resale yet, and they likely won't be for a couple more years. But right now I put them at a valuation between 1.5 and, I mean, there were some really great ones in there, probably just under $3 million. My third neighborhood on this list would be Steamboat Landing. So Steamboat Landing is located just off of the Columbia River, and it is south of Evergreen Highway. So it's located between Evergreen Highway and the river. And this is a small community that's gated, and it has private beach and marina access, which makes it really cool. As far as I know, this is the only single-family home community like this. Of course, there are plenty of homes that have their own private beach access to the Columbia, but there are some more affordable homes in this neighborhood. You don't have to have $1 million to get access to the marina, which is really cool. Lately, I've been seeing them going from $600,000 to about $1 million. However, there is a home currently listed in there for $3.4 million. This home just blows everything out of the water. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright. So you can see there's a big range of houses there, $600,000 to $3.4 million. So it's kind of cool. Some of them have views of the water, and it's really nice if you have a boat or you like to be on the beach a lot. The fourth neighborhood on this list for me is the Cove neighborhood. Now, the Cove neighborhood is basically right on Vancouver Lake. Vancouver Lake is in the west part of Vancouver, and this is one, I would say, I think the only one that has houses that are actually touching the lake. They're butting right up to the waterfront. Most of the other houses are separated by a road or some sort of protected land, and this is a nice gated community. They just put in a gate. It was built a couple years ago. There's a lot of one-level homes in there, and it's a favorite spot for retirees, although it's not 55 plus, so anyone can live there. But just a lot of really beautiful houses in there, good community for walking, and if you like to be by the lake, this is a nice place for you to be. The fifth neighborhood on my list is Pacific Village, and this neighborhood is in the prime location of East Vancouver, which is well loved among many, and it goes to Union High School, which is, I would say, the prime choice of high school for Evergreen Public School District in East Vancouver. And it's got all the modern amenities, open concept floor plans, some masters on the main, just little things that you would want in a newer home. It was built like 2018-19-ish time. We see a lot of contemporary home styles in there and kind of like the modern farmhouse style, which people seem to really love. It's right by Harmony Sports Complex, so if you have kids, a lot of times there will be like kids soccer tournaments there, that kind of thing, flag football. And it is, of course, just right off of 164th and pretty close to 192nd Ave as well. That's where a lot of our main shopping is, so you're just a couple minutes away from all the stores. And prices right now in the neighborhood are looking about $650,000 to $900,000. The sixth neighborhood on this list for me is Maple Crest. Maybe you've heard of Maple Crest before. It's well loved in our community, and Maple Crest is actually right across the street from Pacific Village, so it's also in East Vancouver, and it also goes to Union High School. This neighborhood was built in the 90s and the early 2000s, so you can probably picture the style of home that it is. And along with that, we have larger lots. It's pretty spacious. There's a lot of trees. There's some nice walking trails in the neighborhood that people enjoy. A lot of the homes have 3-car garages, so you're going to get more space. And of course, some of these homes are updated and some of them aren't, but you just get a lot of space and a lot of house over here, and it's in a really, really great location. We haven't seen a ton of sales in the neighborhood recently, and that is because people really like it. So if something does come up for sale here, it's pretty rare, and you can bet that there's a lot of people who want to get in on it. The final neighborhood on my top 7 neighborhoods in Vancouver, Washington list would be Erickson Farms. And Erickson Farms is in 𝐒𝐒. If you remember from earlier in the video, I mentioned that 𝐒𝐒 used to be Erickson Family Farms, and this is what the neighborhood is named after. So Erickson Farms was built around 2014-15-ish time, and these are big, beautiful new homes. A lot of them are more than 3,000 square feet. There are some smaller ones, some custom builds in there, 3-car garages, all the modern amenities, like open concept floor plans. There's some covered outdoor living spaces. There are some bigger lots in the neighborhood up to 10,000 square feet, which is 1/4 of an acre about, for those of you who do not know. I even toured one a while back that had a multi-gen floor plan, and I know there are some multi-gens in there where there was like a separate entrance for a mother-in-law suite, which is super desirable these days. And of course, the location is really prime. Families love this neighborhood, even though anyone can live there. Disclaimer, they love the schools. You're close to the shops at Erickson Farms, which is 𝐒𝐒's little tiny local shopping center. And it's just a really great place to live. And I forgot to add that prices right now are starting in the 800s here. So it is certainly a more expensive neighborhood, but it's totally worth it because the homes in there and the community is really beautiful. So there you have it. Those are my top 7 neighborhoods in Vancouver, Washington. Hopefully there's a little bit for everyone there. I truly love all these neighborhoods. I love when my clients want to live there and I can help them out. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to know all things about living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And until next time, bye.